Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be busting some vet school myths. I have heard so many across my whole life and even more now that I'm in vet school. So I basically just want to cover this because there is so much misinformation out there. And if you're interested in vet school content like this, please subscribe. I'm here every single Sunday. Come along. The first thing I always heard prior to going into vet school is that I would need to be able to memorize facts, and memorization would be the main thing that I would need in order to even consider going into vet school or any kind of medicine career pathway. Now, of course, I'm not going to say that there's no memorization that goes into it at all. However, this should not be the biggest factor about whether you go into vet school or not. I will actually argue to the end of my dying days that memorization doesn't even help you that much unless it's something really short term.
Oh shit.
Unless it's something that is really short term that you will not need. It is much better to actually understand exactly why things are where they are. It will make you understand things better in the long term. For example, if you've got a whole chemical pathway that they said is going to be in the exam and you're never going to use again, sure, memorize that and then forget it the second you're done with your exam. Sitting there and understanding the process and exactly why and how it happens is a lot more beneficial to you than memorization. So if there are people saying to you that you can't go into vet school unless you're really good at memorization, it's not true. Now, the second one is something I hear all the time, and I think anyone that's trying to get into veterinary medicine also hears it, and it's that you're not going to be a real doctor at the end.
You're an idiot!
You go through pretty much the exact same process that happens in medical school. We have to do multiple different species, and yet we're still getting looked down on as if we're not going to be real doctors once we've graduated. In saying that, in the future, if someone asks for a doctor on the plane, I am begging anybody else to stand up before me. Another thing that I hear constantly is that vets get into it just for the money. And I've had people say that to me already, having just started vet school. Honestly, I would love to know where this exactly started from, because even if you simply put in a Google search the average salary of a vet, it does not cover the debt that we put ourselves into even just to finish the degree in the first place.
Where?
So I'm definitely not in it for the money, and I highly doubt anybody else is either. Now, this one I heard all the time. You can't have a work-life balance. You are just going to be studying all the time. You can't have a job. And this was definitely a big concern prior to starting my first semester of vet school. I actually don't know if you can get through vet school and remain sane and have absolutely no work-life balance. You need to be going out. You need to be taking your breaks. Otherwise, you won't actually get through vet school. You will go crazy. And trust me, I spent the first month of vet school indoors studying all the time, and I did go crazy.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Even outside of your social life, I worked 1 day a week the whole of my first semester of vet school. As long as you schedule yourself and you make sure you've got enough time to study elsewhere, you can work. I think all of us need money, and that's a big stress going into vet school. If people are telling you you can't work, they're lying. Another one that I've heard across everywhere is that you need straight A's to get into vet school. Now, I'm not going to say that that wouldn't make it a lot easier to get into vet school, and you'll probably have a more competitive application. However, I most certainly did not have straight A's going into vet school. You can do so many other things for your application, whether that be work experience, whether that be other supplementary courses, enhancing your personal statement. There are so many other aspects to your application that can help you if your grades aren't perfect. My grades were definitely not perfect throughout my whole 4-year degree, and I didn't get in the first time trying to get into vet school, but as long as you're persistent, you're committed, and you want to keep trying, I got in eventually, and so can you. And I'll just add on, if you're worried about getting into vet school and you might not be the most academic person ever, it doesn't matter. Again, I maintain that actually having a passion for the subject and actually caring will get you a lot further than someone that just sits down and studies because they feel like they have to and they're academically good at it. Another one that I'm told all the time is, oh, that's so great, you're in vet school, you just get to cuddle animals all day. Cuddling animals is probably the smallest part of my degree. I don't think people acknowledge much that when you go to a vet, you're usually seeing them at the worst point. So I don't know why they think I'm just cuddling animals in vet school too. And the last thing I quickly want to cover is people that say that if you don't get into vet school the first time, it wasn't meant to be, just give up. Never listen to that, please. I had so many people say to me that after my second rejection, there's no point, maybe it wasn't just meant to be. I did eventually get into vet school, clearly. And to add on to that, the majority of people that I talked to in vet school also got rejected at least one other time. And if they all gave up, there'd be no vets. If anyone is telling you that and you know you want to be a vet, please don't listen. And that's it. That's all the vet school myths I could think of. Please leave a comment down below if you can think of anything else that I haven't thought of yet. I'd be happy to make an update video further along vet school because I'm sure my opinions will change. If you like vet school content like this, please subscribe. I'm here every single Sunday at 9 a.m. And if you want to see more frequent content, I am always updating on Instagram at Becoming Dr. Talia. So check me out over there. Thanks, guys.